Welcome back everybody to this new video of Express. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started with purchasing a domain here inside the GoDaddy. So let's cover everything from finding the perfect name to navigate the checkout and avoiding common upsells. So first of all is to planning your perfect domain name. So you wanted to keep it short, you wanted to keep it more memorable, something easy for people to remember and type. It should be easy to spell. Really important, guys, that be brandable, like make it unique to you and your business. And something which is really important, guys, is to try to avoid hyphens and numbers. For example, they can be hard to remember and look less professional. So with that keep in mind, what I'm going to be doing here is to just go directly inside GoDaddy.com. And inside GoDaddy.com, I'm going to search for my domain on GoDaddy. So if I go here, if the domain is taken, type into my desired domain name into the search bar and click search domain. So here I'm going to locate domains, search for a domain name. And here I'm going to type my desired domain name. Let's say, for example, that I'm looking for cool cats and search the domain. Basically, it's going to be showing me the domains which are available. For example, this one is available for the first year at this cost $01, which is going to be really great. But the fact here, this is really important to get because most of the people does not take that in mind, which is what happens when you make the purchase after the first year. So for example, it says that the first year only with 3-year term. So that means that if I choose this domain, the first year is going to be costing me $001, but the next 2 years is going to be almost $70. So that means that I needed to make the full purchase of my domain for the first 3 years commitment. So that means that it could be really affordable for the first years. Let's say that I wanted to rebrand or change my domain, or I wanted to look out for a domain from another place rather than GoDaddy. So you got to be sticking around with this. You want to, of course, to make sure that you only pay for 1 year. So yes, the first year could be only $01, but the next 2 years can be up to $69. And in this case, since I wanted, of course, to only renew this for 1 year, this will be giving me the cost of $61. So if I go for the 3 years, I'm going to be having an actual renew for 1 year. That means 185, 33% off, which can be like really a hook. But in this case, we don't want to mess around with that. So I'm going to just head back and look out for other options. So if the domain is available, you will see that there's different options. For example, I can go and look out for filter, I could go for commerce, and here have all of this. So for example, let's say that I wanted to be focused with, for the first year, $2, and I hit it to make it used. So then I wanted, of course, to check out the full domain protection. So basically the full domain protection can be helping me. Without it, your personal information, your name, your address, your email, basically it gonna be really compromised, and it's publicity listed in a database called Whois. So this can lead to a lot of spam. So full domain protection replaces your details with GoDaddy generic information. So you wanted, of course, to select the full domain protection, which in this case is cost $1 per month. If you don't, well, you're gonna be having the free privacy protection guarantee with this domain protection. Then you can add up to a powerful email if you wanted to. In my case, I want to do that. You can, of course, focus it with the AI. I'm going to just go directly with continue to my chat or card. And once you get to the card, you want to review everything carefully. So by default, GoDaddy might set your domain registration to 2, 3, or even 5 years to log you in. So click the drop down. In this case, here's my 3 year. I'm going to change the 3 years for only 1 year. Check out that the actual real price is $61. So take that in mind before you order to make the purchase of that domain. So in this case, I'm going to just delete this one. I'm going to stick around with the first one, which is 1 year. Instead of $61, I'm going to just pay $2 per year, which I think this is the actual domain that I was actually looking for. Enable the full domain protection. and go for the option that says ready to the checkout. So you can see that we don't have absolutely anything else, and the price actually going to be really affordable. Once you have now added all your information either, the next thing to do is to locate what to do after you bought your domain. So if you focus directly into the upper right corner, here we have my name. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to hit for my products. Inside my products, you can see that we have now our domains purchased, which in this case, for example, here is techexpress.ltd. And basically what we can do now is to find the new purchased domains. We can click into the DNS or manage it. We can briefly show DNS records. We're going to be doing that later. Basically what you can do here is to connect host, to save your changes, of course, and to make sure that everything is working correctly. You can be working of this domain for the next 48 hours after the connection fully updated across the internet. So basically buying the domain to GoDaddy is a really straightforward process once you know what to look for and how navigation works actually in here. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this domains, purchasing domains here into GoDaddy. Just in case you have any question, you can leave it down below into the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully we can all see you guys next time.